if you move, I'm gonna kill you. I think that's a quote. That's what I said to that dog before I killed that bug. I had to kill that dog. A real, live dog. What the f? It was a girl, but it was a boy. I need my meds. I need my meds. I need my meds.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here.
I'm tripping. I just killed the dog.
Abigail was a graduate of West Bend High School in Wisconsin and was attending college classes full-time in St. Paul at the time of her killing, with plans of becoming an attorney. Officers found Abigail lying face down on the floor, covered in blood and with severe injuries to her face. She died at the scene. A medical examiner later found more than 30 sharp force injuries to her scalp, face, and neck, and her death was ruled a homicide.
What did you think was happening up there?
I heard, because I've heard her, because I've went up there before, and just heard, and it's all been her. She'd been to me it sounded like she was throwing shit, slaying clear off, let it all out.
Yeah.
And he'd just been kind of steady take it, call her crazy or something. It seemed, but that's why I let it pass. And then today, so it's just that, just a really freaky inconvenience. So I let it go for, and then we hear the bang, you're mad. It was somebody, he's he's beating shit out of her.
You thought that he was beating shit out of her?
Yeah, we thought that at least.
Yep, so that's what you guys thought when you heard what was going on. I mean, it was pretty loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were yelling, but we didn't know, I don't know exactly what phrases or names. I stepped outside, we're outside of our apartment building, into the hallway, and I just heard, I was man, it was very repetitive. Whatever he was saying, guys are tweaking out and stuff, whether you just have psychotic mental breaks or something.
Do you remember anything that he said? I mean, Bryce said you might have thought you heard him saying something.
Just
violent stuff at all, or no? Did you hear him make threats, or did you hear him?
I don't remember any specific threat necessarily.
What did you hear when you said that? I just heard a bunch of banging.
Yeah, walls were rattling and stuff.
But you thought they were fighting?
Yeah, I definitely do. I pretty much believe they were fighting because I just heard it was loud. Everything was banging around up there. Every wall was hit and stuff, and it was different sound every time. I was honestly I don't know. I knew shit was going on out there. I don't know if they had a gun or how thin the floors were or whatever. So I was trying to move away from where I was hearing commotion at upstairs because I just didn't know what was going to happen.
So that was moving all around the apartment.
And I swear, at the beginning, she was in the room, and he was out here dealing with someone. He'd come back to the room and yell at her more.
Wait, when you say back to the bedroom?
Yeah, in the back bedroom. Okay. That's why I thought I could hear her more than nobody at the beginning, before all when the yelling was going on before the banging.
But at the start, you think she was in that back bedroom?
Yeah, gotcha.
Sherman was charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder and waived his right to a jury trial. He was found guilty in August 2023, and in October, Ramsey County Judge Kelly Charles sentenced him to 40 years in prison. It was an upward departure from state sentencing guidelines and the statutory maximum for a second-degree intentional murder conviction.
You can't even imagine this nightmare. You just can't imagine it.
Michelle and Tom Simpson
hard for me to talk about.
Are talking about their daughter Abigail's murder because they believe the responsibility lies not just with the man accused of killing her, but also at the door of this state agency.
I don't think people understand. Well, we certainly didn't.
To understand, you need Terrion Sherman's history. In 2016, he provoked an argument with a stranger on the train, followed him off to rob him.
Take his phone! Take his phone!
And with a friend, kicked and stomped his head into the tracks. In a plea bargain, he was convicted of just theft. The next year, 2017, he met 19-year-old Abigail Simpson from Wisconsin, who moved to St. Paul to get treatment at Hazelton for substance use issues.
She met him when she was in early recovery.
In October 2018, Sherman was civilly committed as mentally ill and chemically dependent. He began treatment at the state hospital in St. Peter, but in May 2019, he was provisionally discharged and sent to a Fridley Group home. Sherman remains incarcerated in Rush City, with an anticipated release date in late October 2046. For exclusive clips and behind-the-scenes content, join us on patreon.com/MidwestCrime.